I don't know. There it is. Why is it all wrinkly? Weird. Oh, where's the spider go? I don't know where the spider went. Creepy spider, creepy spider. Dana is safe in Salisbury. Good. Pencil. Need the pencil with no erasers on it. To me, or just it doesn't feel right. The pencil doesn't feel right. Without the extra weight of the erasers on it, it just doesn't feel right. I have a sore throat. I don't know what caused this. This is random. Everything is random. Pink. I'm really hoping Chris is okay. Don't know what to do. Well, I've got my pad here, so I better draw something. Put dust on it somehow. I have random moments like this. Basically, there's nobody around. Everyone's either asleep or basically just generally not here. Kind of know. And so when we, except for a spider who has disappeared, there is a spider here. I saw it. Also, it's getting cold. Spider. I guess I'll do this then. kind of wanted to know if like a couple of things happened. I kind of wanted to know if like Chris is okay, and that. Okay. I don't know how Jeff's lunch went. That went well. I'm going to just do the layout, I guess, then. Without any erasers on it, it looks just so strange and defeated and crap. Well, I'll just do this. There you are, Jeff. I was just thinking about you. Well, I was just talking about you. How was your lunch? Where did that come from? I've been randomly gassy. I've had a lot of cheese. I think I'm going to be mildly lactose intolerant because basically I get acidy and I get, like I said, I get gassy after I've had a bit of dairy, or even a large amount of dairy. I hope I'm not lactose intolerant. It would suck. I love milk. No, it's not just milk. I love well, I love yogurt, and I love chocolate milk. Chocolate milk's my favorite. So I'm recreating this picture. I did for my mom. It was good. I had pulled pork. Yeah, pulled pork. So it's just I used to like pulled pork, and then all of a sudden, I didn't like it anymore because it was just everywhere. Just pulled pork became like a thing that nobody wanted to give up. You know, it was in everything. There was pulled pork in every supermarket, every fast food thing. Everything did a pulled pork option. It was just like, why? So I kind of put pulled pork out. I'm so sorry, Tubbs, because you love dairy like me. I do. I like dairy. I like cheese. Cheese good. So I just realised I made a bit of a boo-boo with my drawing. It's like as I'm recreating My Mother's Day card. It's weird. It's weird trying to recreate this Mother's Day card because basically it's like the inking on it has been changed so much. Also, it's wrinkled at the top. I don't know why, but because of the way that the pen drank the paper drank the pen, it essentially means that it's changed the whole thing. It's changed the whole vibe of the picture. It's a pain in the ass because I like the original vibe of the picture. You look handsome as always, Tubbs. I love your haircut. Oh, thanks. You just kind of just did it. Kind of. I don't know. I still kind of feel like I've got like patches of long hair here. But it's not. It's just darker than my regular hair. I don't know. What was that? Whatever it is dead. Hopefully. There's a spider loose in here, much like the spider that I let out. I saw it on that wall over there, but I can't get to it because it's in the corner. I can't actually reach in the corner. Well, hopefully I'm going to give it to her when I see her. I might see her, I don't know. I have a random Discord message that I'll look up in just a hot second. I'm kind of in the middle of trying to figure out how to draw this, how to recreate this card. I might end up just tracing it. Because every decision seems to be weird, look odd, and stuff like that. Just eyeballing it just looks so strange. I mean, it's only in pencil, so it's extremely rough. But I'm trying to recreate the. See, the arm looks weird. The face looks odd. Turned this way. It doesn't look like the same thing. Right, I've got a Discord message. I'm just going to quickly. Young Fatso. Okay. It says, love your videos and huge belly. Great content. Hope we can chat. Thanks, man. Still no word from Chris. I really do hope he's okay. Right, so this one I'm gonna make work somehow. I'm gonna make it work. I'm trying to make his arms appear proportionate. That's the thing. I might just do a version where I just trace it. I just copy it. I'm really tracing it. Just copying it. My friend that I went to lunch with had just bought a Lexus SUV. Used. It's very nice. He bought it a couple of days ago and had an accident in it yesterday. Drove the front bumper. I felt so bad for him. It doesn't sound bad. I'm sorry. I'm really getting concerned about Chris. I really hope he's okay. It's a bummer. Yes, me too, Tubbs. I hope he's alright. Yeah. Just randomly concerned about him. Oh, he's not leaning over enough. I think that's what the problem is. The only problem with that is that I've drawn the entire thing already. Great. Gonna have to redo it. Awesome. I'll redo him. I'll draw her first. I'll draw the mother first. I'll try to get proportions the same. The same as in the Daddy Bear picture that I did. The person who bought the car from texted him yesterday to see if he was happy with the car. He didn't have the heart to tell them it was hit. Oh. What did he say then? What did he say? That's weird. The amount of viewers just now shot up to like 7 viewers and then just back down to 3. Oh, there's somebody else watching. See, I've drawn a very simple bouquet of flowers, but it just ends up looking like lots and lots of little circles. It's like it's not fair. He said yes, it's great. Well, if it's a convincing one, then yeah, that's good. Oops, something's happening on there. Hey, Howard. Howard just appeared. When are you leaving for your parents' home, Tubbs? Later on in the week. Hopefully on Friday, but essentially I'm not entirely sure I'm going to do it. I really want to, but the train is expensive here in the UK now. So I'm just like, I don't know if I've got enough money. I do not know if I've got enough money anymore. So I'm trying to decide, I'm going to decide whether I actually can go or not. Hey, out walking, so I can keep my mic off for that. Okay. I was just saying hello. Like, it's a totally cool. There's no expectation for you to just come online. I get it. I'm just putting the apron. Is this sexist? Basically putting the apron on the mama bear. I don't think it is. You guys tell me. It's fine to you, okay. It doesn't look very motherly. It doesn't look very feminine. The bear. But how can I do that? Do I put a bow in her hair? You know, it's kind of a it's kind of a thing. How do you can't really distinguish male and female bears in the wild? So teddy bears, are teddy bears all male? Because if so, that makes a lot of sense. But also, it doesn't make sense on how I'm supposed to draw a female bear. You know, like what do I do to make it a female bear? Like in the card, it literally doesn't. It looks not bad. You know, that's a girl somehow. Put a bow on her head. I don't know how that would look. I might have to try. Thanks, Steph. I'm trying to figure out the picture. Yeah. This whole spy thing's weird. Put a hat with a pink ribbon and a bow. Well, that's a bit overkill, don't you think? Well, the apron really sells it. But it's just that. Is the apron going to be enough? Let me just finish the apron off, and then we'll figure it out. Okay. Let's see if this works. See, the proportions look just a general preliminary sketch to get the details right. Does that look like a girl bear? Put earrings in. Make her a geisha. For Mother's Day card. Rally. Put her in a hula skirt. I'm surprised nobody just wrote in capital letters, boobs. 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 I think it looks okay. I think it looks okay, but it's just that I remember this picture before I put ink on it looked really good. Well, Howard and Jeffrey, in case Jeffrey cares. She already has boobs, but she's kneeling down, so basically they're kind of like, you can't really see them behind the flowers and stuff. Earrings or bonnet, yeah. I think this is enough. I think the fancy apron is enough. Does look like she's kind of eating the flowers. You know, maybe she's a panda bear. She's a panda mama bear. I like her apron. That's good. I'll do the rest of the background, and then I might actually. I feel like I've done this wrong as well. That's great. Yeah, I think that's okay. I think that's okay. I'm gonna have to wait until I actually pen it before I actually do anything different. But I do feel like I do need to basically recreate the card. I'm gonna just straight up trace bits of it and see if I can do it any better. But until then, I think that's okay for now. I'll have to retrace the card. I'll do that tomorrow. I'm kind of just not in the mood right now. I kind of like started everything. Started doing everything early tonight. Give her a cupcake with cream cheese icing. Nah. Funny. Funny joke. But for now, I'm okay with this. I think I'm just I'm going to leave it at this and come back to this tomorrow because I'm not really in the right mood. But yeah, he's basically picking flowers with Mama Bear. So the father's one is completely different. The Father's Day ones are completely different. You know, they make sense. They're in the right proportion and everything. So yeah. I'll put more thought into it and stuff. No, after that, after I'm done with those cards, we're going to make some of the cards as an example, and that's going to be good. But I can then scan those pictures in, and I can use them. I'm going to put numbers next to each of the pictures and stuff, and basically. Basically, I'm going to have like you know, people write in their description what they want on their card and stuff, and I'm actually going to build an example card as well based on what I've done. So yeah, do one with her baking biscuit cookies. Are we going to go through all of the kind of like sexist stereotypes? You know. Baking biscuit cookies. Howard, why do you want to do this? Why are you doing this? You trying to end the stream prematurely? Is that what you're trying to do? Oh, I'm gonna fizzle. I don't know where that spider went. I really do hope it just went back into the wall. It's creepy. So yeah, I'm be seeing Dean soon. That's quite nice. Either way, I'm seeing Dean on Friday, despite whatever I'm doing on Friday. Either way, I'll have to go through London, and when I go through London, I will have to see him. Hey, J Wolf, what's up? Johnson's been thinking about the spider the other day. Well, it's just like that spider. It's just that it kind of. I'm just trying to show you what I mean. Wait a minute. I'm trying to show you what I mean. But you see this corner behind me? You see this corner behind me? Well, it's in the opposite corner. It's on the other side. So it's in that corner somewhere. Somewhere in that corner, in that crack, there is a spider. But the thing is, I can't actually reach that corner, so I couldn't get it before. But yeah. So Guess how there's a spot. What's wrong with my camera? Yeah, so that's right. Guess how there's a spider on my crack. Funny joke. I just realized my computer is completely out of alignment. I have it set up so that you can actually see all of the moon poster. At least most of the moon poster. There we go. It does stick out of the disc a little bit. I think that's why it did it. There's a tiny bit of dust on my face. In front of my face. Oh no, this is better. I'm more centered. More zen. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, over there in one of the wood folds, you see where my finger is. There's like a bit where the wood meets the wall, and actually like it goes into the wall, and there's a little space there before you hit another piece of wood, and basically that's where spiders like to live for some reason. Oh. I saw a leg. I think I saw a leg. I think that's what that was a leg. But nothing moved when I blew over there. Gosh. Anyway, yeah. All the time with the spider talk. So much spider talk. Honestly, I don't mind the spider actually be there. I don't mind it being there at all. It's just the simple fact that it's there, and then I can't see it. If I know it went back into the crack, then I'd be very happy, basically. But I got a feeling that it's a wandering spider, not an actual species wandering spider, because they're quite dangerous actually to people. No, I mean it's like you know, it's the large spiders. They don't tend to make homes in places that aren't very accessible to other bugs. So yeah. Howard, why are you saying these things? I'm worried about you. Ooh, by the way, guys, I'm uploading a video. Let me just check how that's doing. It's only the keg video, just the keg chug bit of that video. It's nothing super special. But it's something. Oh, it says it's got 46 minutes remaining. By the way, Vegas Chris has seen the pool video and said that he really likes it. Also, there's a guy called Garth Dude, who I think he's on. I think he's called something else on YouTube, but on Grommer he's called Garth Dude. On Tumblr he's called Garth Dude. He did some of the he did the morph, a couple of morphs of me. That guy. Basically, he said he really enjoyed the video, the poolside video. And to be honest, I kind of don't want to watch it. I kind of don't want to watch it because it makes me annoyed that I'm not there already. He really likes it when Chris got on his knees in front of my belly. But then again, he really likes belly worship, so. And so do I. Annoyingly, Chris had a pipe in his mouth. So basically, I didn't want to disturb his pipe by shoving his face in my belly, because that totally would have happened. But no. There's only cables wrapped around my computer. Don't watch it then, I'm not. And I'm going to be doing some editing at some stage because I've got the Tubs and the Tubs video to do. Hey, Wolfie. How you doing, dude? You know, on Discord, I see you online all the time. Always wondering how you're doing. I'm okay, Wolfie, although I was actually contemplating leaving, but I'm not entirely sure yet. I might stick around for a little bit. Keep my company on the bus. I am. I said for a little bit. How long is your bus journey? Thing is, Howard, I've got nothing to talk about. I'm stuck. And I'm spider paranoid. So I don't know. I'm just confused. My camera doesn't like my shirt. Don't know, how are you, Wolfie? Ow. It's the red shirts. The camera doesn't like the red shirts. Talk about those happy little trees. My haircut accentuates my full beard. My beard squishes against my chest when I move my head forward. Maybe it takes it away from becoming Spider-Man. I don't know. I kind of like Tom Holland. I wouldn't want to be Tom Holland. I want to be in Tom Holland. Spider Pig. You got furry con? Hate you so much. So uncool, Howard. I mean, Wolfie. I really want to go to a furry con. But it's just that, like I said, there's like none in the UK. They're any good. That's always unexpected, or that's always a bit of a change. But no, it'd be fun. A change is always fun. A fun train works that's sometimes good. So what do you do at the con then, Wolfie? Are you just an attendee? Without any pipe tobacco? Why? Sorry, that's just that's not working. That's a bit better. Why is that, Wolfie? Say a bit better because now it's going out. What the fuck? I Ned FKU. I have no idea what that means. And by the way, if you like bestiality or killing children, please hit the dislike button. Let's cross that last minute cleaning, deadly chemical cleaner mishappened. Please don't kill yourself, Wolfie. Please. That would suck so much. I meant why no pipe tobacco? I understand why you're hosting, but why no pipe tobacco is what I meant to say. By the way, I know exactly who leaves likes and dislikes on the videos. Why is this pipe sticky? Randomly sticky. Weird. Is my hand sticky? No. I don't know who that is. I don't know who Ellie is. I forgot to get more of the shops closed right now. The company comes in tomorrow. The company comes in tomorrow. I can always get some later. Depends what ones you like, I guess. I don't know. I just whenever I go away somewhere, before I go away on a trip, I always pack an extra pack because they don't always sell it. They don't always sell pipe tobacco in some places, which is stupid and weird. I need to hoard certain pipe tobacco bottles in the apartment. I just got a pack. I just get packs. If going out, it's no big deal. But I mean, like, you'll survive. Are you addicted? You know, are you do you need it? Because I actually go for like days sometimes. I did go for like 2 weeks before. And then kind of like I fell over. Did I tell anybody about this story? This is really funny. A shelving unit of tobacco, a refrigerator case of donuts, freezer full of pizza. Sounds good to me. Hey Wolfie, do you want to come to Vegas? Jeffrey, I think I might have told you the story, but basically, like, you know, when you smoke a pipe, you don't actually inhale. You're not supposed to inhale, but I do occasionally, you know. And I have quite strong tobacco as well, so basically, it gives me a nice kick every now and again, which is nice, I guess, you know. But yeah, I ran out. I went on maneuvers with the naval cadets. They're putting a plan together for going next year. Are you going to Vegas? Are you going in April? Because it's a it's a leather event and the bear event, but in Vegas in April. It's a leather event and a biker event, but there are pups and there are furries. There was actually quite a few furries up there. I like to, yes. Awesome Wolfie. Yeah, I don't know if I told anybody else this. Right, so yeah. So I went out of it was like a 2 month maneuvers. I went out of tobacco in the first month. And basically no opportunity to get any more. I did get some more, but I didn't actually have the opportunity to enjoy it for the rest of the time there. I finally managed to get home, and you know, when I finally did manage to get home and actually enjoy it, I basically I accidentally inhaled, had the very nice kick, and then I was on the floor. I fell out of my chair. It's a little bit embarrassing. Jeffrey, could you ban Ali permanently? Could you hide him from the channel? I think I might have already banned him from LiveTUBBS, but I'm not entirely sure. Did you do it, Jeff? I can't see because I'm uploading on the Tanker Touch channel. So I'm not putting up with this bullshit anymore. I mean, if you're there in Vegas planning on maybe booking a room with Tubbs, and a couple of others, that's why Tubbs was asking if it's in April. Well, the thing is that I can't keep adding people to the room. I don't know how many people can go into one room or one suite, so we might as well order a fucking suite at this point. Because basically, there's potentially Jeff, there's Chris, you know, Howard, you might be coming, you know, me. Who else? Chris might be staying with us, the other Chris. You know, I've got the pup interested in staying with us, so that's. It's just it's like 6, 7 people. We might as well just get a whole suite, you know. Just rent out a building because they're in separate buildings. You know, there's 28 buildings in this resort. It's a huge resort. It's got 3 pools. So, and if we all spread the cost, then basically it cost. Chris did the math. The other Chris did the math, and basically, it's less than $150. Well, no, it's about $150 for a week. You know, we can label the doors the Tubbs Suite, Tubbs Attendants, Tubbs Gophers, Donut Vault. I like that one. The Pig Pen. You know. Incidentally, I run a group on Facebook called the Pig Pen. If anybody's interested in joining the Pig Pen on Facebook, then basically just yell at me on Facebook. Yeah, so for me that's like it's like £120, £150. But for a week in Vegas, that is ridiculously nothing money. You know, that's crazy. A Bear Bash costs more than that. it's all I have to worry about is my airfare, which is £1,000. Oh, stupid. I've been trying to work out if it's actually cheaper to go to Jeffrey. If Jeffrey can't come, then I'm going to try to get to Jeffrey, and you know, for a couple of days, and then fly from Jeffrey's to Vegas. But I'm not entirely sure yet. We have to figure out logistics because I have to get a new passport. And I can't book my hotel. I can't book my flights until I actually saw a passport, because they don't require the passport number, but they do require it on the visa waiver form and stuff like that. Alternatively, go to Cardiff, steal a TARDIS. Why Cardiff? Shouldn't the TARDIS be like outside my house? I mean, it's everywhere in the universe simultaneously, so. hurt myself. If I had access to TARDIS, Wolfie, I would be already visiting all of you guys. I'd pick all of you up and we could hang out either in the TARDIS or go somewhere nice in the TARDIS. I don't like the TARDIS as a spaceship. You could all hang out on my Intrepid class starship. If you're going to steal a TARDIS, pick me up. I'll bring my checkers go. Oh, God. Just want to combine all of the sci-fi stuff together, don't you? No, I want an Intrepid class starship, and basically I'll be very happy with the shuttles, the Class 9 shuttles from that. I love those little shuttles. I'd be happy with one of those shuttles. You know, that would be awesome. I love those things. I don't like the Delta Flyer. I'm not going to go into the Delta Flyer because the Delta Flyer can't fit into the Intrepid class starship. Is this too much nerd talk? Forgive me. If I do too much nerd talk, then do please shut me up. That's good, Wolfie, because I could do it all night long. No talk panel. I know, Jeff. That's why I like you, because you at least pretend like you're interested in what I'm saying. The Class 9 shuttles from Voyager are awesome. I wish that I had one of those. I'd just be happy with one of those. I'd be happy with a fucking escape pod. You know, honestly. That sounds awesome. Although everyone's probably going to be talking about Discovery, and I haven't seen that yet. I know a lot about it, but I haven't actually seen it. I keep insisting, they keep insisting that it's part of the canon. It's part of the our timeline universe, and it's like, fuck off. Discovery is yeah. Yeah, I'm not seeing it as part of the Star Trek universe. I like Voyager, but I'm still really annoyed that they didn't show exactly what the Intrepid class is capable of. The Intrepid class spaceship is so fucking good, and they did nothing with it. You know? One of the main reasons why I don't like the Delta Flyer is because it's like this. It's like they come up with this whole idea of making this glorious ship. They build the CG model for the ship. They build a physical model for the ship. It looks fantastic. They basically know exactly what the ship is capable of. And yet, when there's the one episode, just suddenly like, we need a new shuttlecraft, because these crappy shuttlecrafts that we've got with us just don't cut it in this squadron, the Delta Squadron. So we need a new shuttlecraft. I know, we'll cannibalize bits of the aero shuttle, the captain's yacht, the thing that's stuck on the underside of the hull, and make a brand new shuttle that doesn't fit in the shuttle bay. How about that? It's like, fuck off. Use the aero shuttle. It's exactly why it's there. I hate them so much. Sorry, random rant about the Intrepid class. Mm. I know. I fucking hate that. I really hate the yeah. Because also, it's like they never bring it up in Voyager. If they basically can do that, they never bring it up. It's like, what about that funky technology that we used, like what that Starfleet utilized a while ago? That was super badass and cool. That can jump. We can just jump a couple of times and be home. But it's like, nope. Never bring it up. Mind Voyager. I saw Howard yet. Speaking of warp drive and the Intrepid class, again, that are never utilized. There's a whole episode where they're like, there's something wrong with the warp core. We've got to eject the warp core. They eject the warp core. And then they're like, they drop out of warp. And it's like, oh my god, we've dropped our warp core. We better send a shuttle over there to tow it back. Because the shuttles have warp cores, so we can go get our warp core back. It's like, or we can use the auxiliary warp core to bring the auxiliary warp core online and go get it our fucking self. Nope. Got to be a whole episode about how Milano and Tom get together. The Intrepid class has an auxiliary warp core. And if that one gets damaged, then they've got parts on board to build another warp core. Fucking people don't know how to use their own fucking ship. We could say that nearly half the crew was Marquis, and yeah, it doesn't work either. Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure that like the chief engineer would go over the specs of the Intrepid class starship and be all super happy about it, you know, and just know everything that happens with the ship. I'm pretty sure that she knows that there's another core on board. It's pretty obvious. I wouldn't mind so much. I wouldn't mind so much them not knowing about the secondary warp core if it wasn't on the giant display that they have in engineering and on the bridge. You can see it in several shots behind people on the bridge. The LCAR system display of the cut through section of the ship. They actually have the warp core in engineering, and then they have behind the main deflector. There's another warp core. It's like use the second warp, you bastards. I know, Wolfie. I know. And yeah, they do bring that up. They do bring that up. B'Elanna is very good at engineering, and she's very good at fixing systems in unconventional ways. They actually show that. It's quite that is quite good. But you're right, they don't use that nearly enough. I don't understand why everybody has to be in Starfleet uniform as well. It doesn't make sense either. It's just it's crazy. It's crazy. I still, but you have to agree. You have to agree with me about the Aero shuttle. I so wanted to see that thing to fly. You know, I was waiting for them to use that so much, and they never do. But hey, they do use other parts. They do actually do. We do see it land. There's a starship that actually can land. We see it land a couple of times. We see, we see the legs come out of it and stuff. That's kind of cool. We see docking. We see do what's the other cool stuff? We actually see the escape pod hatches. That's quite cool. Little hatches that come open and the escape pods fly out. That's actually pretty good. I love Janeway. I know lots of people don't like Janeway and stuff because she's fucking crazy sometimes, but I love Janeway. You know, she basically. I did start thinking the exact same thing. You know, that she's a lunatic. You know that that she basically she puts everybody in danger all the time. She basically she does it in the safety of the crew and getting home and Starfleet ideals and all of that stuff. But basically, I started thinking that Janeway is kind of a loose cannon and everything. But then she, it was kind of spoilers. Anybody that wants to watch Voyager. But then she's such a fucking hero. She had that, you know, she had that kind of like Kirk tenacity. And I hate Kirk. I really do hate Kirk. But she had that. The moment that she did this thing, I was like, yep, okay, I'm on board with this character. She's just freaking awesome. You know, she rammed Voyager into a temporal ship while she was the only person on board. She rammed the entire ship, and we saw it blow up very, very slowly against this ship and take out an entire giant, massive space station-sized spaceship. You know, it's like she's a hero. You know, so can't help it. She's just freaking awesome. You know, I loved her after that. That was it. That was it for me. It's like, she's my favourite captain. Don't give a shit about anybody else, any of the other captains. She's my favoritist. Anyway, Howard's gone, I think. I should have said bye to him. I'm really sorry. But I'm leaving anyway in just a hot second, so yeah. Maybe he has a good time. Jamie stuck to the spirit of the Federation instead of to the letter of the regulations. That's why they survived. I know. I do love the whole talking to a future version of herself thing. That was awesome. Just the whole, you know, she's all about the, you know, she's talking to her future self, and her future self is just like a version of her future self, and like her future self is all like, you know, it's like trying to tell her about the stuff that happens in the future and everything, and she's like, nope, not listening. And it's like, but somebody will die, and she's like, what happens? And then her future self is like, oh, but what about the temporal prime directive? And she's like, to hell with it. It's like, it's great. It's just great. This is awesome. I love hearing you and Wolfie talk about this stuff. Tubbs and Belly Rubs, both. Oh. Actually, I don't know, Wolfie. Have you got a belly? Because Jeffrey could be in the middle, and we can talk about sci-fi stuff. And Jeffrey could be in belly heaven. We could squish him, make a Jeffrey sandwich. In Vegas, by the pool. Awesome. There's a temporal prime directive and a temper prime directive. Don't piss Janeway off, yeah. I have a belly, but it's not a very big one. I'm only 300 pounds. I'm only 300 pounds. You know. You're only 50 away from me. Ow. have an eye on my leg. I just caught it with my finger. Well, a spider, I'm assuming, is just in there. So I'm not going to look for it again. Wasn't flexing. How's the upload doing? 11 minutes remaining. 9 minutes remaining. Yeah, I might stick around for that. I haven't seen many pictures of Wolfie. But, you know, I don't know what I kind of don't know what you look like much. I know of your artwork and stuff. I know of artwork and stuff. So yeah. Such a moron. I was like, of course I know of your of artwork and stuff. I did a picture of you. I wish they would take some of the stories they've done for Star Trek Online and make it into an anthology TV series for folks who don't play the game. Yes, because I've heard that they actually do a bunch of story arcs on the game that are very, very much canon, or at least followed the canon books before. Yeah. Oh, I'm sore throat now. Yeah, before they did, because they dealt with the Romulus star explosion and stuff like that. And wasn't there something that's, yeah. Because I like Star Trek Online, but only because of the storyline. I fucking hate that thing. You remember the episodes of Voyager where they split into 2 Voyagers and Harry Kim died? Yep. I didn't mind that so much. I mean, it was funky and weird and kind of cool. At the same time, it's disappointing. You know? A little. Why don't you remember that? I mean, don't you like that episode? They did an entire story arc around discovering the Kabali retrieved Harry Kim's body and brought him back. What? The Kabali are the guys that they reproduce by taking the dead of other people and altering their physiology, don't they? Is that them, or am I thinking of somebody else? I don't know. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, see, I know a bunch of shit. I do. So there's okay. I get it. I do. That's stupid. How did this civilization begin? You know? I always wondered how that civilization began, because they never really go into it. They also have another story arc of the Cabal going to war with the Valois. The race 7 of 9 woke up from stasis. Valois. Oh! So whenever I hear Vardwar, I always imagine. I remember the beautiful. Oh, it's just they are so beautiful. I've got an Eagle Moss model somewhere of it. A beautiful Romulan ship. They're so pretty. I love them so much. I wish that there was more of them that we could actually see and play with and stuff, because they're just so good. That's so nice. They're very elegant and they're very Romulan and they're very good. They're just so awesome. But yeah, I know which ones you mean. The snake-like people, not the Cardassians. But yeah, I know which one you mean. Because they went back to sleep, didn't they, or something? I don't know. And there's a lot of exploration of morality from the standpoint of the Federation having to handle that war, because it started with Kabali assimilating a bunch of Vardwar stasis pods. But that's against their thing. Wouldn't that be against the Kabali? Because they're only taking the dead. And people in stasis aren't dead. But yeah, I know what you mean. Basically, do you know how Star Trek Online gets its stories? It's, gets all of its story stuff from. It's from a lot of the books. A lot of the books deal with stuff like this. The Kabali assimilated the Vardwar were a dead race. A dead race. So why wait for the occupants to be dead? Shut the pods off. They die. Then reanimate them. Well, that still is against the. I thought that was against the Kabali thing, because they may be a dead race, but they're living people. Excuse me. I've got like a sore throat, and there's just like random dust in the air because I turned the heater on. That's the problem. Oh, I thought I saw the Spider-Man. For the Kabali heresy, yes. For the local commander making the decision, no, he screwed up. Things escalated. Yeah, things escalate quickly. When Star Trek happens, things escalate quickly. Oh, Jeff, I'm fine. I had a bit of a sore throat randomly today. I have no idea what caused it. I think it was because I had some I had some cereals, and basically one of the cereals I didn't chew up properly. So basically, when it went down my esophagus, it kind of like it was sharp for some reason. So yeah, since then I've had a bit of a sore throat, but it's okay. It's only a teeny sore throat. Then the Vardwar commander decides to prove his ruthlessness in the war by arranging a summit with the Federation on a Talaxian station, then killing a bunch of Talaxians to demonstrate his determination. It sounds like bullshit, It sounds like, oh, we need a next bad guy, It's like, well, we could have all the bad guys because Star Trek is full of bad guys. But reaching into the Delta Quadrant for bad guys really seems a bit, yeah. Wolfie, do you remember the Vardwar class Romulan cruisers? Are they cruisers or are they just straight up warbirds? I think they are warbirds. I love them like so much. Here, I'll just quickly. Oh, by the way, I've still got this on my tab, the ZPM. I want one of these things. It costs like $1,000 for you to get a replica of a ZPM. It's so annoying. Anyway, oh, is it Voldor? Yeah, it's Voldor. So nice. Oh, just so beautiful. I love those things. Not so much that one. Or that one. Those aren't the ones that I, yeah. That one. That one and that one. They're so pretty. Anyway, I remember a lot of the canon ship designs and end up either loving or bloody hating the designs they put in Star Trek Online. Yeah. Well, the thing is that Star Trek Online, they redesign them, so that they redesign them because they think that's what people want. But I really hate the ablative armor designs that they put on all of the other older class ships and stuff like that. You know, basically, you know the Sovereign class, and it's got like these black sections and kind of like looking like it's got the Aztecing of the armor and stuff. It's supposed to be kind of like a semi-ablative armor kind of design. That's why it's there. And I hate that they put it on older designs. It just doesn't look. It doesn't look as good. Doesn't they think it looks updated, and it just doesn't. But yeah. But that's why I don't like Star Trek Online. I just don't like Star Trek Online because, yeah. Also, they redesign the interiors as well of the ships just so that people can, you know, so that the hallways and the bridge and everything is just bigger, just so that you've got more space to walk around in it when you are an online character. I hate that. Can they just leave it alone? Leave it at that size that it's supposed to be? I don't care if you think that the hallways are going to get clogged up by too many people running around in the ship. I don't care. It's supposed to be realistic, and you're making it unrealistic by doing this. The Romulan design aesthetic is beautiful. Yes, It is. It's also incredibly functional as well. That's why I like it so much. The Derridex class, like it was pretty. It was, and it did what it was supposed to do, and it was a fucking city. You know, it's twice the size. The Enterprise, the Galaxy class Enterprise could fit in there. The Galaxy class can fit in the big void section that it's got in between its wings. It's so cool. You haven't seen the Miracle Worker class yet. Oh geez. Oh, I'll look it up. Am I gonna really hate it? I'm not entirely sure what I'm looking at. What is that? I don't hate it. I don't like the cells looking like they're together. You know, I just don't like. I don't like that. That looks a bit weird. Then the cells next to each other just looks funky. Like, I know what they're trying to do. They're basically trying to make it look like it's like 4 ships in one. Like the source of separation and everything. Somebody put like 5 of them together. Looks funky. But yeah, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I'm trying to find a good picture to show you. Is this the one I'm looking at? You know. But no, I don't hate it. I just kind of think it's kind of like this thing. Is it this thing? Yeah, I don't like the nacelles that close together ever. I never like that whenever they do that. But I've seen a picture where they're not so close together. So, oops. Yeah, there's a couple of variants of it. So basically, it's like, yeah. But apart from that, I don't actually have a problem with it. You know, I like unique starship designs, so that's cool. Do an image search for this for the Scott class operations cruiser. It looks pretty enough from the top down. As soon as you see a front profile view, there's no saucer. The thing is, there's no saucer set. What? What? Then what's the point of all the nacelles? Nah, there has to be a source of separation somewhere. You know, there has to. It's got to be multi-vector. That's pointless. No, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. It's basically like, you know, I'd be on that ship and I'd be like, so where's the source of separation plane? You're looking over the diagrams. It's like it's got to. The reason for all the cells is redundant systems. That's it. The reason why you have two nacelles in the first place is not just because of warp field stabilization, but also for redundancy. It's got redundancies. That does sound very Starfleet, though. You know, it's like the whole reason why the Intrepid class has two warp cores and a backup. It's bullshit. It's freaking bullshit. I can't wait until like Trek Yards or the YouTube channel basically gets their hands on it, just so I can see what the hell they're up to. I'm pretty sure they'll be able to clear that up. But yeah, apart from if it you know, it has to have a source separation, because that looks ridiculous otherwise, you know. Because other races are going to look at that ship if they know Starfleet. They'll look at that ship and think, "Oh fuck, you know, that's basically 4 ships in one. We've got to get out of here. We can't keep fighting. We either run away or give up, because that thing will kill us." You know, and then if they're like, "I'm not reading any source of separation plane." You know, we just did a full scan. It's all one ship, but oh, then we'll just shoot it. You know, the other races will expect it. Anyway, sorry guys. Sorry for anybody else. Oh yeah, I'm going away. That's gone away because basically we just talked about like a bunch of Star Trek stuff. But again, I can do this all the time. I know a lot about random starship design and stuff, and I love. It's one of the reasons why I love the Intrepid class, you know, because it did everything, and it would have done it so right. The reason the design pisses me off, and there are 3 classes built like that. Yeah, I saw all the other yeah. That's the reason the design pisses me off, and there are 3 classes built right, because it looks so good as a multi-vector thing, but otherwise, yeah. Well, Star Trek Online, they've always been, they don't give a shit about like it's basically they pick a bunch of fan-made ideas, they put them together, and they roll it out as a new class of ship, and they're never any good. I did see that somebody put a Enterprise J in there, or what's that called? It's like it's a Universe class ship or something like that. I can't remember what class that is, but it's fucking huge. You know, it's supposed to be fucking huge, and it's not. But yeah. Star Trek Online is weird. That's cool, Jeff. Oh, before I go, I hit a button. Oops. It keeps doing this. Right. Oh, come on. We can get a better picture than that. Type 9 or Class 9 shuttle. Trying to find a good picture. They have the fucking aero shuttle on this size chart. There's a really good picture, but it's really small. Really tiny picture. Class 9 shuttle, Starfleet. And it's completely canon, and it's gorgeous. I love her. I want one of those. You know, if I can't have a full-on Intrepid class starship, I want one of these. What the hell is that? There's a train. I'm trying to find a really good picture of it, but none of them are coming up. It's really annoying. So instead, I'm going to go with... Oh, by the way, Jeffrey, the Intrepid class. This is an Intrepid class starship. My favorite. By the way, this bridge module up here, this is the bridge, and that's the captain's ready room, and that's the briefing room. And this whole module can actually come off of the top of the ship if it needed to. She's just so pretty. Oh, and look here, look here. You see this thing here? Yeah, that's a spaceship that can come out of the bottom of the bigger spaceship. That's what they should have used instead of the Delta Flyer. It's fucking bullshit. Oh, is there a bigger picture of this? Am I going to the website? I'm going to a website. Awesome. Geek and Sundry. Awesome. I've actually got this on my computer somewhere. Let's see anything. Yep. Yep, there it is. Right. So This is the LCAS. This is just the LCAS kind of like map diagram of the entire ship. See the bridge at the top. I can zoom in. Oh, excellent. So yeah, see, you're right there, the aero shuttle. It comes out of the fucking saucer section. But if we go along here, right, you see, this is the warp core. This is the thing that powers the entire ship. Well, it powers the warp drive. Actually, it has different fusion reactors and stuff like that that actually power the rest of the ship. But this is a warp core, right? Can you see another warp core in this picture? Can you see one? Can you see one? It's in the frame. Can you see it? Can you see it right here where my mouse is? Can you see this? Can you see this thing? You see this thing right here? Can you see this? Why can't anyone else see this? It's another warp core. It's the backup warp core. Oh, by the way, these are landing struts. Ha. But no, warp core 1, backup warp core, main warp core, backup, main, backup, warp core, backup, warp core. What is wrong with them? Why do they never use this? I was basically, when I first saw the episode, I was screaming at them. The USS Out for Donuts. No, it's called the Barrettsy. The Barrettsy. And it's spelt like this. It's going to be called the USS Barrettsy. Do you get it? You like it. It's an old joke that I came up with one of my another nerdy friend of mine is also a bear. Yeah, I thought it was funny. Anyway, I was imagining you'd point it out and say, "You see this? This is the aero shuttle named the USS Delta Fly. The Delta Fly is pointless rubbish." Yeah. Well, Cub Bucket. That's not how I spelt it. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, I was yelling at my screen basically, like during the episode when it's like, we don't have another warp core. It's like, you do. It's like, can anyone else hear that? It's like, you do, you know. Anyway, oh guys, yeah, the shuttle is also too tiny to actually hold the Delta Flyer, but they don't need to because the aero shuttle's there. Oh, speaking of, somebody's made a giant Lego. Yeah. Well, that's just silly. Anyway, isn't it cool? Isn't it pretty? Isn't it way better than the fucking Delta Flyer? Why did they not use it? Why do they never use it? It was never used. I feel so bad for it. I mean, it looks so cute. Oh my god, they had interior plans for it and everything. Oh, it looks so awesome. So I've got to steal this now. And copy and paste. Oh. What? There's an eagleness. I'm getting it. Anyway, yeah. I just thought I'd share that with you guys because, yeah. It even has symmetrical windows. Oh, I like asymmetry design ships. I think they're unique and cool. I like them. I can't see anything super bad with the problem is that I like the Delta Flyer. I just don't like it in Voyager. I think it could be used anywhere else but Voyager. If it was used on Deep Space Nine, I would be super happy, you know. But it's just that they use it on Voyager. See, Delta Flyer, symmetrical windows. It does need I can go past warp 10 plot nonsense to be cool. No, I'm not going to go into that. Oh my god. Yeah, so basically in my want, hierarchy, I want an Intrepid class starship. I want one of those. I do. I can't help it. I really want one of those. But it's too big for me alone. I'll admit that. Unless I could find a crew. I only need 160 people. And technically it can be flown with 7. So it can, be operated safely with seven crew members. Failing that, I'd love an aero shuttle. I would love just the aero shuttle. That would be mine. I don't mind that at all. But failing that, a class 9, or what do they call it, type 9 shuttle. That would be the minimum. Once they exist, I'm getting one if I'm still around. So yeah. Once I want to be put into stasis, and then like the second that they exist, I want to be taken out of stasis again. If stasis was actually a viable way of preserving yourself. Once they do that, I'm basically going to go in stasis until I can get one of those shells. Oh, so cool. Anyway, guys, thank you for listening to my bullshit about Star Trek again. I'm sorry if I've driven away anybody that isn't as nerdy as me and Wolfie. By the way, that whole episode, the episode that you're talking about, the Threshold, that's what it was called. I think it was called Threshold. I think it was anyway. has been removed from canon. It's been removed from canon. Everybody that is a group, everybody that works on Star Trek on Voyager and stuff like that has agreed that that episode doesn't exist. It is bullshit and nonsense, and it doesn't exist anymore. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go. The video has been uploaded. It's just the keg chug. If anybody wants to go look at it, I'm amazed at how the poolside tubs video from last week is doing. It's actually, yeah, it's from this week, isn't it? Yeah, it's the first video for this week. Is doing. It's that and the MPRED video have been doing amazing. I mean, it's crazy how fast they've been put up. The how many views they get and stuff is just crazy. I don't actually look at them until until basically I'm actually uploading a video and stuff, and then I just see the numbers every now and again, and I'm like, holy shit. Anyway, thanks for streaming, Tubbs. Hope it's good seeing you. Great seeing you too. I'm going to shut up your yawning. I'm just going to go. But until I do, sorry, stretching and sitting up at the same time. Funny. Belly rubs for you guys, and belly salute. And yeah, I will see you guys in a few hours' time. Ow. Whenever I get up and finish doing some work and stuff. But yeah, say bye, Tubbs, and I'll hit the goodbye button. But it's been great talking to you. And Wolfie, try to enjoy yourself in any way, you know. I hope you have a good time at the con. Thanks, Jeff. Yeah. Later, dudes.